She was a home alone woman and the wife of a retired defense officer. Shockingly, on the 23rd of March, the lady was found murdered under mysterious circumstances. Who was she? Who killed her and why? Here is a story from Raja Rajeshwari Nagar in Bengaluru that is right out of a nightmare.
The Garden City, which was once pensioners' paradise, is no longer so. It's more than an irony. It is in fact tragic that the city, once known by this name, today ranks first when it comes to the abuse of the elderly. A recent study on the state of the elderly in 9 cities conducted by a NGO revealed that as much as 44% of the elders in Bengaluru were abused, compared to the national average of 22. The alarming high count of elder abuse instances in the city as recorded in the study is only a partial reflection of the actual figure. This is a matter of great concern. It is the fear of more abuse that elders fear and do not make their ordeal public. According to the report, it is only 1% of the elderly in Bengaluru who are willing to take any concrete actions against the abuse. Here's one such story from Raja Rajeshwari Nagar that stands testimony to the increase in the number of attacks on elders. March 22nd, 2014. Shubhodaya Enclave, Raja Rajeshwari Nagar, Bengaluru. It was on this fateful day that an unthinkable incident took place in this apartment situated very close to the Raja Rajeshwari temple in Raja Rajeshwari Nagar. The residents who came to know about the incident were taken aback for a while after they learnt about the same. It was the murder of a 70-year-old woman. The woman was found murdered mysteriously at house number 106 in this Shubhodaya Enclave. The house belongs to a retired defense official who had passed away in a tragic incident years ago. The house was then looked after by his wife Rama Duraimani, who hailed from Chennai. Rama's children were well settled abroad. She lived in this huge apartment all alone. She had enough money and properties all over Bengaluru and Chennai. She was also associated with an NGO in the city that helped the poor and provided basic education to them. Rama led a quiet, happy life, spending most of the time at the NGO with the poor. She had 3 mobile phones registered in her name. But on that fateful day, Rama received a shocker following an incident that took place in her life. Rama's relatives in Chennai, who called her regularly, were worried since all the 3 were switched off. They rushed to her apartment on March 23rd to find out what had happened. They opened the door and were shocked when they saw Rama lying on the sofa. They initially thought that Rama was sleeping on the sofa, but they were shocked out of their wits when they went near and found her dead. They also found blood all over her. It seemed as though some miscreants had barged into the house, killed Rama, and fled from the place. The relatives immediately informed the Raja Rajeshwari Nagar police about the incident. Inspector Manjunath, along with his staff, rushed to the spot. They began looking for clues about the murderer. The information was also passed to DCP Laburam and other senior police officials. During the investigation, the cops came to know that the jewelry worn by Rama was missing. The lockers inside the room were also broken up, and it seemed as though the miscreants searched for something very valuable. Based on all this, cops concluded that it was a murder for gain. They registered a case for murder for gain and began the investigation. DCP Laburam formed 4 teams comprising of Kamakshi Palia Inspector Balegowda, Beatarayana Police Station Inspector Satyanarayana, Gnana Bharati Police Inspector Ravish, and Raja Rajeshwari Nagar Police Station Inspector Manjunath. Each team was given a task. The team swung into action. One team rushed to Rama's house to carefully look around for evidence and fingerprints. During this, they found 3 tea glasses kept on a table. When forensic science experts investigated the spot, they found a strand of hair which did not belong to Rama. Based on all this, the team of cops concluded that the murderer was an insider and was someone well known to Rama. Meanwhile, the cops also came across a small diary. The cops went through the diary and found a person's name and a mobile number written in bold alphabets. The name read Sunil, auto driver. The cops then assumed that Rama had written the name of the person whom she met last. Accordingly, they verified the phone number and found that the number was a fake one. They also questioned the security guard about the murder. The security guard then told the cops that he had maintained an entry register to know who entered the premises and at what time. The cops went through the register and found that a woman had come to meet Rama. She had entered her name as Meena and was accompanied by another person by name Sunil. The cops verified the mobile number entered in the register and came to know that the number was registered in Rajasthan and was a fake one. All these pointed fingers towards Meena and Sunil as the murderers. Cops also suspected the role of the security guard in the murder, as they came to know he was a habitual drinker and did anything for money. They also learned that he had stolen mobile phones from the apartment only to buy alcohol. But who was Meena? How was she related to Rama? Such questions continued to bother the cops. It was after 3 days from the day of the murder that the cops got a breakthrough in the case. One of the mobile phones that belonged to Rama was intermittently switched off after a while. Alerted by this, the cops did a technical investigation to trace the location of the mobile. The location was traced to Sunil's residence. A team of cops rushed to Sunil's residence and questioned his family. But Sunil's family members told the cops that Sunil had not come home for 3 days. A team of cops then laid a trap for Sunil and nabbed him successfully. He was subjected to interrogation. During this, he confessed that he had committed the heinous crime along with the help of his friend Puttaswamy. The cops, with the help of Sunil, then arrested Puttaswamy too and subjected him to interrogation. He too confessed to have committed the crime. When the cops wanted to know the reason behind the murder, the duo revealed an unbelievable story which not only shocked the cops but was hard for them to believe. This was a major twist in the case. The duo who was arrested then revealed that the mastermind behind the murder was a lady. She was identified as Jyoti, but the cops were in a state of confusion as they had come across a woman by name Meena in the case. They still didn't identify Meena. Meanwhile, a team of cops began collecting all the information about Jyoti. The cops also found Jyoti's mobile number and traced it to a hotel in Yelahanka. Jyoti was at a birthday party along with her husband Kumar. They waited for Jyoti to step out of the hotel. Soon after the cops spotted her, they nabbed her and took her into custody. Jyoti's husband Kumar was shocked when he saw the cops arrest his wife. He wondered as to what his wife had done to get arrested. She was then taken to the police station. There, she saw Sunil and Puttaswamy. Jyoti also tried to plead for her innocence and made sure that Kumar did not come to know anything about the murder. She decided to hide the facts from the police as well as her husband Kumar. Kumar had also played an active role in performing the final rites of Rama. The cops who further interrogated Jyoti came to know that she was Rama's relative. She was none other than Rama's daughter-in-law. Jyoti, fearing arrest, then spilled the beans and confessed that she was the mastermind behind Rama's murder. The cops also recovered the stolen jewelry from Jyoti. Jyoti fell in love with Kumar years ago and got married. She worked at an online matrimonial portal. As days passed, Jyoti established an online matrimonial portal of her own and named it Match for You Matrimony. But very soon, she incurred a severe loss in the business. She had also taken loans from private financiers to establish her new business. But she could not survive in the business for too long. She had also started a sari business for the same. She took help of Puttaswamy, an auto driver. She used Puttaswamy's auto rickshaw to put up a sari sale and went across the streets in the locality. But she could not sustain in this business too. Puttaswamy then introduced Jyoti to one Sunil, who gave her some ideas to improve the business. But nothing seems to have worked out. Hence, one day, the trio met and decided to make some quick money, but they did not have any idea about what business would bring them good money. Sunil and Puttaswamy then hatched a plan. It was a plan of theft. Accordingly, they targeted a house in Katriguppe and barged into the house to loot the valuables, but got nothing into their hands. The plan was a mere failure. After this, Jyoti remembered her mother-in-law, Rama.